something that I learned through going through this journey that I'm on right now, which is just, a mission of fulfilling my potential, reaching the capacity of what, the skills I can learn, the things I can do in my life, all of these things, is that confidence doesn't only come from stepping outside your comfort zone and doing the hard things. It definitely does come from that. 100%. I've grown as a person so much by just, get thrown in the deep end by people, or just going out there by myself and put myself in the deep end. But it also comes from being comfortable with who you are. Like looking yourself in the mirror and either telling yourself that you can do better and you can do more, and like you need to make these changes in order to become a better person, or just stop comparing yourself and be like, you know what, like I am happy with how far I've come. I can still progress and do more, but I don't need to be so hard on myself, and I can accept that, like this is who I am right now. I think that adds a lot to it, and it definitely did for me. A lot of confidence. Let me tell you, I'm not a super confident person. Growing up, I was super shy. I was, quiet. I was timid. I just, always stay out of, the center of attention. Oh no, it's a crack on my screen. I would never want to be center of attention, and that's because I lacked confidence and I wouldn't back myself. Maybe there are still some, elements to that myself. Maybe there's still some elements of that now. I'm aware of that. But if you compare me, the difference is crazy. And that came from, just saying, fuck this. I want to go out there, and I know what I want to achieve in my life. And I've had enough just sitting back. I want to go out there and I want to achieve it. Definitely, stood outside of my comfort zone. 100% I stood outside of my comfort zone, and there was so much growth. But I'd say maybe the past 6 months, I looked at myself and I was like, you know what? No, I'm doing good right now. I'm a great guy. I'm in a great position. I need to back myself more, because the things that I'm doing far more than what most people will, and I'm far more aware of the things I need to improve on and the things that I want to do with my life. I became aware of that, and I would, that filled me with confidence. I'm like, the things, the traits that I hold and the person that I am, I'm a great fucking guy. Not in any, egotistical, overconfident way. But for so long I was like, no, you're not good enough, and you need to do this, you need to do that. But I look around, and the things that I am capable of doing, and the things I've already done, the things I plan on doing, I should have full faith in my ability. I should have full faith that I can add to people's lives. There's still a lot of work to do, 100%. But that confidence comes through just knowing that you are putting in the work and you are forever progressing and not stopping. You don't plan on stopping, you don't plan on stalling. The work you're putting in is real work, and you're doing more than enough. You're doing more than enough, but you still have that hunger in your heart to go out there and do more. And I really do believe that it's not just down to stepping outside of your comfort zone, because that can bring clarity, but if you're not happy and at peace with yourself, no amount of, stepping outside your comfort zone is gonna fill that void. Like, it really comes from within and it starts from within. Once you're comfortable and you can look at yourself and be like, all right, you need to do this, you need to do that, but this is great about you, this is great about you. It's like you never look at yourself and think, okay, yep, I'm maxed out, like everything I'm doing is amazing. No, don't ever get to that point. But if you're really about it and you're really like, just a fucking G, you've been, locked away and forever making progress, you can look at yourself and be like, no, like, like you're that guy, that you're really out there trying. Don't lie to yourself. Don't lie to yourself, because I was lying to myself, for quite some time. I thought what I was doing was making me a better person. In some aspects it was, but in other aspects it definitely wasn't. Like, I wasn't the right person. I wasn't the person that I thought I was becoming. And I was never overconfident at all. It's not who I am. But I was definitely coping and telling myself, no, like, you're great. When some people may look at me and think, yeah, no, like, you are great. But deep down I knew that I was lying to myself. This wasn't who I was meant to become. But yeah, that's just a thought that I had. Like, and like, confidence is a weird thing. Definitely is a weird thing, especially for me. Yeah, it's a weird thing, I don't know. But yeah, that's the video I just wanted to record.